Emilia Clarke, Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, Beyoncé. All of these stars have something in common. And no, I'm not referring to being incredibly famous artists, but about the fact that they're all brave, powerful, and they've been able to talk about their mental health problems with their heads held high. And not only that, they're using their platforms to remove the stigma surrounding mental health and helping their fans to open up about their problems. And to the fans' surprise, the beautiful Lily Reinhart has also experienced this battle, and she has a lot to say. So let me tell you about the fears and insecurities that this talented actress has experienced. Fortunately, day by day, there are more artists who join the relatively new and sincere movement of being who they are and are accepting themselves. The ones that dare to say, "This is me, I love and accept myself the way that I am," and I encourage the fans to do the same. We do need stars like this. We live in a world where we are constantly being criticized for who we are, for how we look, so it's safer to protect and hide our real self. A world in which if you don't have to behave a certain way and you're not socially accepted, and believe me, that even I have had my own share of problems with the social pressure we're all experience on a daily basis. Have you ever felt so unpleasant going through your feed, looking at your Insta influencers' pictures, thinking that they have the perfect body and look, and you will never be able to achieve that? Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about all the jealousy and all that, but about the anxiety that is caused by you comparing yourself to them unconsciously. They say that what we should do is to unfollow these people because the constant exposure to their definition of perfection makes us think that we're not good enough. But is that really the answer? Fortunately, some of the stars have decided to change their definition of beauty by uploading more realistic images of themselves with no airbrushing or Photoshop to prove that perfection does not exist. They have also started sharing their own stories of how they have suffered from the same struggles as us. So in a nutshell, that they are also human beings just like all of us. Before talking about celebrities, I would like to let you all know that guys, I have been there as well, and what helped me the most was to ask for help because people around you can't really help you until you let them in. In the description of this video, you can't find some numbers that will help you in times of need, so don't hesitate to contact them and ask for help. Now, let's get to some motivation from celebrities. We have already told you about some of these celebrities, but for this video, it's worth to talk about them more. So let's start with Emilia Clarke, who at the age of 33 has already set foot in enough hospitals for the rest of her life. Internationally known for her performance in the world-famous series Game of Thrones, only a few knew about her first serious health problem that she was dealing with during the filming of the second season as the Mother of Dragons. 2 aneurysms made the actress spend hours thinking whether she would be able to survive the pain or not. The suffering was so much that even she asked the doctors to disconnect the machines that helped her to stay alive, but thankfully, that did not happen. With time and effort, Clarke managed to leave all of that behind, and it was not until the last season of the series that she told her whole story in an emotional article that she wrote for The New Yorker. In it, she revealed her own charity called Same You, which is an organization that aims to help patients with brain ailments since many are not fortunate and not rich enough to be able to get the treatment that they need. Emilia revolutionized social media with her article, causing thousands of people to open up about their struggles and share their own stories. Another artist who changed the world's view of mental health was Billie Eilish, and this happened when she told the world about her Tourette syndrome. Although she is aware of certain techniques that help her keep her tics at bay, her fans had noticed certain movements that this young singer seemed to make occasionally, and without knowing the reason behind it, they began to create compilations of these involuntary movements, thinking it was funny. That's when Eilish came forward to silence any rumor that had been created, telling her fans through her Instagram that she suffers from Tourette's and that she had not said anything so far because she did not want her condition to be the first thing that came to people's minds when someone says her name. We all know that Billie is way more than her syndrome, so I don't think she needs to worry about that. But this is not only her problem. Billie says that she hates being judged by her body, so unlike many other young artists, she wears oversized clothes so that her body and her curves are not that clear. People can be very mean sometimes, so I see why she doesn't want to show her figure. Selena Gomez is also one of those artists who knows what it's like to open up to the fans with her heart in her hand, since years ago she decided to talk about her struggles with lupus. During this time, the singer had to take several breaks from social media, which she had considered vital in order to recover physically and mentally. The former Disney star confessed that she needed to be admitted to a mental health center after experiencing what she called one of the most terrifying moments of her life. Selena believes that it's the right thing to do when someone like her, who's a public figure, talks about her struggles with mental health. That helps many other people, and it also stops being a stigma. Being honest about her vulnerability does not make Selena, or anybody else for that matter, defective or weak, nor does that make her less of a human. She finished her sentence by saying that we all need each other's help. Bravo, Selena. Demi Lovato is no less than the rest of the ladies we've already talked about, and as many of you know, the singer has been fighting for survival almost all of her career. We all know that she had to fight fiercely to stay sober and healthy, and she has never hidden the fact that she needed help repeatedly. Despite all of this, she has been always brave and has not hesitated to let her fans know the difficulties that she's been going through for years. So no doubt she's become an ambassador for mental health, since all of her stories of falling down and getting back up again have taught her a valuable lesson. And most importantly, talking about them has encouraged many people to take a step forward and seek help. By now, you're probably wondering what Lili Reinhart has to do with all of this. Well, here's what you've been missing about the star of Riverdale. Although many do not know, this beautiful actress also had to fight her own demons. Known to many for her role as Betty Cooper in one of the most popular teen series, it could be said that Lili, along with the rest of the artists we have mentioned, leads an enviable life which glamour and luxury is their day-to-day normal. The truth is that although it is true that she attends some of those events, Lili tries to lead a life as normal as possible, and to do so, keeping her personal life private is essential. Lili knew that she wanted to be an actress since she was a teenager, and thanks to the incredible support from her parents and her hard work, she began to have her first roles in series such as Law & Order SVU or Surviving Jack, and movies like Miss Stevens or The Good Neighbor. A while later, she landed the most important role of her career, Riverdale's Betty Cooper. And well, we all know what happened thanks to Riverdale. Lili found love with her co-star Cole Sprouse. Although privacy is a key element in their relationship, from time to time they share images that make it clear that their love is real. Or is it? Because from last July, rumors have been swirling around about their separation, and to be honest, they don't really help clear things up with their statements. But what many people do not know is that getting a role in Riverdale was not easy for her. Lili started working from a young age, getting roles in shows near her hometown in Cleveland, and so when she began to get a little success in her career, she decided to go big and move to Los Angeles to pursue her dreams. With the money that she'd been saving after all of her performances so far, Lili began her adventure in Hollywood, sharing her apartment so that her savings wouldn't end while she was trying out for some new auditions. But then, we all know that savings don't last forever. So when this happened to her, she did what most of the aspiring Hollywood stars do. They get a job at a restaurant. But something unfortunate happened. When she saw herself not getting even close to where she wanted despite all of her efforts, and that there was no way for her to find a job in LA, her panic attacks and anxiety began. The situation was so bad that even when she did succeed, she sometimes had to leave because she was not in a state to work. Not finding the success she expected in Hollywood made her go through the biggest anxiety attack of her life, making her think that she would never be a good actress. So when she was finally fully aware of her difficulties, she decided to return home to Ohio and seek professional help to rebuild her mental health with therapy and medications. And as we can see, it worked. So when she felt strong enough to return to the battle, she found her way back without hesitation. Despite trying her best, she was still not 100% recovered, and that affected her performance. Fortunately, Riverdale gave her a second chance, and this time, she had the role. And you know, when she got the main role in Riverdale, her popularity rose drastically, and now she has no shortage of offers. But not everything that comes with popularity is good. Lili is the actress that has received the most reviews, and although these toxic comments only seek to create hatred in social media, we cannot always have a thick enough skin to be able to protect ourselves from them. And things become out of hand when the amount of hate is so excessive. This was what triggered Lili's disappearance from social media during December of 2018. She decided that she had had enough of all the toxicity and she wanted to give herself some time and take a break. For some time now, Reinhart has been suffering from a certain body dysmorphic disorder because of her cystic acne, which makes her think about her defects all the time. Although today she follows a very strict skincare routine, her body has been one of the main reasons why she has been recently forced to return to therapy. Through emotional stories on Instagram, the actress let us know that she should be treated again, saying that it's nothing to be ashamed of and supporting her fans so that they would not be ashamed and seek help if they needed it, wishing them luck in their battles. The pressure of social media has been so much for Lily that she has even had to give her explanations about her weight when rumors about her being pregnant began to emerge after a photo. We believe that Lily undoubtedly is doing a magnificent job trying to open the eyes of our blind world that are filled with today's false definition of beauty. There is no doubt that Reinhardt is just taking off in her artistic career, and she will surely surprise us with everything that she has not yet had a chance to show us. Don't you think so? What do you think about the work that Lily and the other celebrities we have mentioned are doing for mental health? Have you ever suffered from any of the symptoms that these stars have shared with us? Let's talk about it in the comments, and remember to become part of our Curious Hips family by subscribing to our channel. Until next time.